Open Heaven Daily Devotional by Pastor Adebayo. Today, Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Topic: Divine blessings are conditional. Memory verse: Genesis chapter 26, verses 4 to 5. Genesis 26, 4 to 5. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed all the nations of the earth be blessed. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Bible reading: 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verses 6 to 12. 2 Chronicles 1, 6 to 12. And Solomon went up thither to the brazen altar before the Lord, which was at the tabernacle of the congregation, and offered 1,000 burnt offering upon it. And that night did God appear unto Solomon, and said unto him, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto God, Thou hast shewed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David my father be established, for thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before these people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? And God said to Solomon, Because this was in thy heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thy enemies, neither yet hast asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like. Message: I thank God that He made sure I studied mathematics before I became a preacher. Every mathematician knows that for any formula to work, certain conditions must be met. If you meet God's conditions, He will do for you what He is not doing for others. This is so important that it could be the greatest thing you have ever had or read in your life. Because if you begin to meet His conditions, people around you will begin to ask, what is your secret? When people sing, Abraham's blessings are mine, many of them think it is just by singing it that they will have the blessing. When you do your research, you see that Abraham himself in Genesis chapter 22, verses 16 to 17, Genesis 22, 16 to 17, God is blessing by being willing to sacrifice his only son to God. That day, God swore by himself to bless Abraham and Isaac also, because the boy was willing to lay down his life. When Isaac was going to pass on the blessing, he gave it to the son who brought him a meal that he loved in Genesis chapter 27, verses 1 to 29. I agree that when you became a Christian, you received the blessing of Abraham. But to tell you the whole truth, you got it on credit. You must be ready to give something for that blessing to really begin to manifest in your life. Nothing goes for nothing. When God saved my soul, with joy I gave him the first house I ever built, a little mud house plastered with cement. Thereafter, God built another one for me in my little village, and when he needed it, I gave it to him too. I also gave the first house I built in Lagos to God when he needed it. These are just a few of the things that I can tell you here. By the time God responded, he did so in a marvelous way. For example, anywhere I go to now, and there is a member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God there, I can be sure of a good place to sleep that night. If I announce that I need a car for an assignment tomorrow, for example, I am likely to wake up the next day to see a fleet of cars brought by different people, and each one will want me to pick the one they brought. If you really want God to bless you, you should ask yourself, have I met the conditions necessary for me to be blessed? Action point. Do something today that will impress God so that He will look down from heaven and bless you. Bible in 1 year. Lamentation chapter 3 to chapter 5. Lamentation chapter 3 to chapter 5. Aim for today. There shall be showers of blessing. God bless you.